EA Sports. It's in the game.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is preseason football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Green Bay Packers. With that, let's get up to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Standing by for the call from venerable Lambeau Field, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from Lambeau. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 15 now. Rodgers, and he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down. Defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
After the penalty, it's Jones, and he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. The connection made, it's Graham. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Throwing is Rodgers. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this touchdown, Packers! Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 30 yards. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score. And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. A gain of 39 that time. I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, two hands still works. I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted. Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays. Especially that one with the defender right there. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body. Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll drop the throw. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Blake Jarwin, 32 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open. Became an easy touchdown pass. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead. How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that? I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so. Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless. And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was excellent downfield. I think he was more throwing that football away than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, because everywhere you looked, they were covered.
Sometimes it's better to go and be convinced.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off near the 34. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with two PATs. They got the two-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but fortunately he's able to he coughed it up, and the Raiders pick it up. And some space here. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And, boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Off the bootleg. Boyle. And able to find out on Lazard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
On the set. 54. Mike 54. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
To throw on second down. Boyle. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. Off the draw, here's Williams. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Boyle. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This quarterback now just 3 of 6 throwing it, but that last completion gets a first down. They go back to the ground with Williams. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game. Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Jamon Moore, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down. Boyle making the catch is Sternberger. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 1st down, Boyle. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd down now, it's Williams. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So we have reached halftime in our first. Boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months already. We're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards. backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Boyle. Caught by Wilson. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Boyle. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. And before they can get the play off, here's a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball. That's their first of this second half. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. He's at the 40. 20, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The improv act, they're good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
He can run for it, and he will. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back to throw here. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Lambeau. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going to look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Credit the sack there to Arden Key. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. Boyle throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Brandon Marshall.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
This quarterback now, he's hit on just 5 of 15 throws, a poor percentage. But it's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. And to give this time to the tailback. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He'll look to throw, and he'll find Akins there, complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
2nd and 5. And it's caught. Oh, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
So the Packers down on the scoreboard. 1:52 to play. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by David Amerson. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. His throw incomplete. Marshall, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. His throw caught right around the 6. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They come out here in the eye. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shane Ray coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Boyle. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Well, they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Looking to throw. Boyle got his man. It's Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards, first down, Packers. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA.